Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So, blood that is not impure, the blood that is not impure. So, in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned daman masfuhan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala qualified the blood with a word masfuh, it means flowing. So, in Hanafi school, a flowing blood is najas. So, for example, you got a cut anywhere and blood started flowing from the exit point where the cut is or the wound is. It just comes out from there and travels outside of the main point, the exit point. Then it is najas, it is impure. If it stays where it is, so for example, you got a stone or something, small cut, and the superficial skin just got ripped off from there, and there's a small sign of blood which stays there, doesn't move at all. A small dot stays there. That doesn't nullify anything. That is fine. That's not impure. That doesn't nullify anything. Okay. So because Quran is clear on daman masfuhan concept, so that's the reason behind it.
So you say if it's like a pinprick.
Yes, and it doesn't flow from its and it stays where it is. It doesn't move from its exit point. I mean, it hasn't left the exit point.
So if
Then it
that's
is.
just trickles, does that mean it?
Yes, if it trickles out of its place, then it is najas. Then it is impure. Then you have to wash it.
Again.
Yeah, and you have to wash it. If it stays where it is, then it doesn't do anything. So which remains, and the meat, sometimes people ask this question as well. They're just about to have their final leg piece right at the end, and they got a small blood in that vein. Oh my goodness, have I got haram? So no, that's halal as well. So whatever is left in the vein is fine. Alhamdulillah, that's easy, isn't it? This Sharia is just so easy for us. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned about the liver and spleen, and these body organs which in traditional way it is considered all congealed blood. Liver and the spleen, they are congealed blood. Whether scientifically they are or they are not, they are full of blood. Yes, they have got sinusoids of the blood areas all around them. So, but in traditional what we call the ilm-tib, they would consider it to be all congealed blood. So that is why the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that blood is haram if it's flowing, but also the congealed blood is okay. So congealed blood being liver and spleen, they are halal to eat. Static blood, as we just said, and the mosquitoes and roaches, if they have any blood in them, that blood doesn't nullify it. This is pure as well, and blood of fish likewise is pure. So that was najasa ghalidha, najasa khafifa, the lighter najasa, the lighter najasa. So this is the list, obviously, from Hanafi school. There may be subtle differences, inshallah, but we will cover that at some point. So urine of a lawful animal, cattle, for example, horses, means if the meat is not haram, then their urine is najasa, but it's a lighter najasa. And the significance will come in a minute. The birds, which are predatory, the hawks and falcons, the eagles and things like that, crow, their dropping is lighter najasa. And likewise, the dropping of the birds which are lawful, like chicken and sparrows and pigeon, if it stings, means it's not dried, then it's impure as well, but khafifa. Otherwise, it is pure. So that makes your life a lot easier, because many a time you would find, I don't know whether we do it here or not, maybe the clothes are on their lining, and if you see one or two small dropping, the birds just float here and there, you just don't know. So normally sparrows, pigeons, and they just do that, and that doesn't make any difference, inshallah. It's just so small that is pure. And if it is from animal, from the bird which is not allowed, like crow, even then there's a rule we discussed. And if there was a khafifa najasa, it is mixed with any ghalidha one, a drop of urine in the normal, say, khafifa najasa, so becomes impure. So, for example, there was urine of your cow, pet cow. You just gathered it. There's someone dropped in there something else, which is more impure, a blood drop, for example, or cow's dung or whatever. That will make it all impure. Najasa khafifa become najasa ghalidha. It will become heavy, strong.
So then Najasa Hafifa, for example, if someone is who and got touched or on a cloth,
We'll come to that. Yeah, that's what we're going to. Just know what it says. Najasa khafifa and najasa ghalidha. So look at this. What najasa is excused? The Sharia is just so kind. Alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they have given us a a deen which is very practical, very, very useful, very beneficial. Doesn't want to restrain you. In previous generation, previous prophets, nations, previous nations, if you had a dropping of something impure on your clothes, you have to chop that cloth off, burn it, throw it away. You can't wash it. Even on your body, you have to scrape it, cut your meat or the skin from your body off. So you have to be so clear of any najasa. Alhamdulillah, we in the Ummah Wasat, we got a lot of blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam having very merciful to us with the kind Sharia. So najasa ghalidha, that is thin, means we talk about urine, for example. If it falls on the body or clothes, what is excused is if it is equal to, so simple way is just make your hand like this and there is more central space, and if you just make it like this, you get a center part. That's a 50 cent or 50p coin. Put it here, and if that najasa liquid urine is this much, then it's okay. This is excused. Means sometime when you're walking and then someone does a bit of a splashing here and there, you just don't know, can't see anything, it's just raining for you just don't know, then you consider that there was a urine there. How much of that? A little bit, looks like it's less than that, it's more droplets, that would be excused. That makes life easy, isn't it? And sometimes accidentally you just don't know. You happen to be sitting somewhere, your kid has done some urine here and there, you just don't know. So you found a small spot after the prayer. Oh my goodness, he was on my lap, and now I realize there's a small patch there, and that is very small, less than 50 cent coin. Alhamdulillah.
then we don't need to change that.
You don't need to repeat your. Oh, you would do when you find out. You have to do. Obviously, you try to wash it, and but if you didn't and you've prayed already, your prayer is done. You don't have to repeat your prayer. You don't have to, if you've done it already. Obviously, and especially when you're traveling, for example, you do not have access to water. You do not have access to. Oh, should I go back home? 2 hours journey I've already done. What do I do? Or shall I leave all my prayers? Alhamdulillah, that's excused. So that's small. Smaller than that, not equal or more than that. Okay, so that will be excused. If the person performs salah without washing it off, his salah will be valid. But obviously, you would try to avoid it, because if you continue to do it without excuse, it is disliked, although prayer remains valid. And if it's more than 50 cents coin, then obviously not be excused. You have to just wash it. That's another thing. So a small spray of or sprinkle of urine, kids or animals. Sometimes you're going past, Bakra Mandi or Gai Mandi, and then you for Bakra, and then they just do whatever they do. The smallest splash, just run away. So that may soil you. So when you look at your clothes, very small, pinhead size, small, very, very small ones. Excuse, alhamdulillah. So that's another beautiful thing. You just imagine practically, obviously, maybe we cannot see the actual wisdom behind it, but the people in those days in Arabia, so their dwelling is with the camels all the time, their horses, their sheep, and their cattle. So they are too much involved with all that. And the kids, if they hold them, then they do not have nappies or anything. So no, they could do whatever. So that was too much of a concern. That is why Sharia, alhamdulillah, has given us this. If the najasa ghaliza was solid, yeah, dung, stools or something, then what is less than 4 grams is excused. Now it's difficult to know, but again, like the perhaps a tablespoon or a teaspoon is 5 mils, which is equal to 5 milligram. So less than that, a tablespoon. So if that is the weight, then below 4 grams, that would be excused. we would try to. No, actually, that is milligram. This is grams. It's quite a lot. I will need to perhaps next week. हज़रत कुछ रन में कितना होगा 4 ग्राम 4 ग्राम को कहते हैं कि नजासत से खफीफा अगर सॉलिड है जैसे कोई लीड वगैरह तो 4 ग्राम से कम है तो ठीक इससे ज़्यादा है तो उसको धोना पड़ेगा खून मिसाल के तौर Inshallah ta'ala, I will try to see how much that would be. Wouldn't be too much, I know, it wouldn't be too much. It's a small amount, but inshallah ta'ala, that would be. Hopefully, we won't get that because it's quite not practically needed, alhamdulillah.
देखिए कहते हैं कि कपड़े के ऊपर लगा हुआ है ये जो कचरी के अंदर पानी रहता है
जी जी जी
उतना अगर है तो उससे कम है
तो जायज
तो माफ है
जी
उतना या उससे ज्यादा है
तो नहीं माफ
अगर उतना है तो नमाज को लौटाना पड़ेगा
हाँ
उससे ज्यादा है
तो
नमाज तो लाजिम
लौटानी पड़ेगी माया अगर है लेकिन माया नहीं है
है
अगर माया नहीं है यानी रकीक नहीं है बल्कि गलीज है दोनों के लिए हुक्म है तो साइज रफली इतना ही होना चाहिए माशाल्लाह हज़रत नवाज़ वज़ाफ़त फरमाते 4 ग्राम तकरीबन ऐसे ही होगा it will be about the same size so as long as it's a small amount what it means is just like if you are stuck and you happen to find out afterwards you don't have to go all the way back to do your everything again alhamdulillah well obviously if you know it you would not deliberately do your prayer because you are provided you have got alhamdulillah extra clothes that you can change you at home then it's easy like najasa there's more leeway there more leeway so najasa khafifa so if a quarter of the clothing is affected by that less than a quarter then it's excused and quarter goes with each part separately so this is the sleeve a quarter of the sleeve is affected less than that is allowed more than that or equal to it is not allowed means not permissible you have to repeat your prayer likewise for the shirt or for the leg what we call the one side of the trouser let's just wrap it in the next few minutes to be sometime a situation like this can happen whereby the moisture that appears on a dry surface after being wrapped in a damp impure garment that would not drip if it's squeezed is not deemed impure so for example you've seen some urine on the sheet or on the carpet you accidentally sat on that you got up you notice some dampness if you squeezed it it doesn't drop anything so it's not there's only very light touch there that is okay so that sometimes can be very practically useful inshallah a wet clean foot that steps on impure ground you found out that was impure the ground and you stepped on that and you had a wet feet without any trace of filth appearing on your foot then it is not impure it's fine you can still go with that that is easy isn't it makes it a little bit easy a damn pure garment now it is the opposite the cloth that you're wearing is wet or you've got to wet some clothes that is placed on impure ground without any trace of filth appearing on the garment is fine as well so in both ways whether the ground is impure or and wet or the cloth itself is impure and wet whether it can transmit there or there that needs to be checked if the cloth is wet and yet clean obviously it's clean then touching an impure ground would only make it impure if there was a transmission of the impurity happened from this surface to that if none then it's fine no trace of impurity on that cloth alhamdulillah it's clear the body of one who sleeps in a dry impure garment which becomes wet from his sweat so the sheet was impure and you slept on that it was dry and you then had a lot of sweats during the sleep those summer days in Haram in Makkah wherever without any trace of filth appearing on his body is pure as well so again even if you made it wet doesn't matter is there any impurity coming on your body coming back from that. So, for example, there was urine, big patch of urine, because you didn't realize the kid has done some funny stuff there, and you slept on that without your shirt on, and you were sweating like anything, and that sweat obviously made it wet. That impurity must be transferred to your body before your body is considered impure. Obviously, when you find that out, you would like to take shower. That's a different thing. But do you have to? Do you do not have to?
So in that instant, how do you know? So you would
Yeah, yeah.
If your child
No, no.
and you have done it exactly the same. How
Yes.
do you know if you have got any?
So the impurity, you would feel it, and obviously there'll be some smell of urine. If you feel the smell of urine, then that's what it is. If you feel that is urine on my, I wetted it too much.
It's your judgment.
It's your judgment. It's up to you when you
smell of sweat.
exactly. Then you know it's
I
fine.
think it's
And
not urine.
exactly. So what it means that there was enough urine on that sheet. It spread, but it didn't spread wide enough to leave no trace on it. It just was a patch. So if it was so widespread and it's gone wherever, then it's not on that piece of cloth anymore. So it cannot be transmitted. It's just so negligible that it's okay. So it's up to you.
Salah time is about to finish.
Exactly. And you say, oh, shall I take shower? Shall I pray? No, just go and pray. Yeah, in those situations, it'd be very useful, isn't it? Especially with young kids. An area with filth on it may be cleaned or cleansed by water, even if used water. Yes, that's one rule. We just leave it there. What they're saying, a tahir water can be used to purify an impure surface. Najasa can be removed by using the tahir water. And what is tahir water? A water which has been used by someone. It is pure itself, but it cannot purify me for next wudu. If I needed to do wudu, I've already used it for my shower, for example. The water is left in that bucket which I've already used from directly, and that water is used water. It's called ma'i mustamal. It's called ma'i mustamal. The used water. That water is tahir. It's pure. It is not impure, but it cannot purify me for my wudu or for my next ghusl or whatever. But that water can be used to remove or scrape off the najasa. It cannot remove your ceremonial.
Purify the clothes.
It can purify the clothes. It cannot take your hadath away. It is not useful for hadath removal, but it is very good for your najasa removal. Got that? Najasa and hadath. Yeah, two different things. Ceremonial one and the physical ones. Physical one you can remove with that, not the ceremonial one, the hadath one.
In the ceremonial, in
Yeah.
the case of it's the ceremonial purity, it's really najasa flows from yourself, as in
It is more. It is the bottom line is you imitate something which
Yeah.
is impure.
Yeah.
Yes. To simplify that. So you become ceremonially impure. You've got
from
hadath
your body.
from your body, which was impure. Obviously, saliva is not impure, so that's why I wouldn't. MashaAllah. Is that okay? So let's leave it there so that